There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number one, you can never have sex.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Heavyweights of Horror. I'm Matt, the Master of Mayhem, and like always, I'm with
Kyle, the Oh, I messed up my own name. The Sensei of Slashers.
Man, like, to be honest, if you listen to this, I messed up my name too, so we're okay.
Last week, I didn't point it out, and I love you. Just know that now. But you said the Heavyweights of Way, and I was like, well, fuck
Heavyweights of Way?
It's close enough.
Oh, either or. Either or. But anyways, guys, we are your favorite fat guy movie review duo. But I'm going to start this episode out light. So, how have you been, man? You been doing pretty good lately?
I'm chilling, bro.
You're chilling? Work's been good? Family's been good?
Yeah, I wish the state of Oregon would give me my fucking money.
Hey, man, every state steals your money, so that's just the government, man.
Just take my shit, man. Just give my money back.
Give me my money. I deserve it. I'm a hardworking man. I mean, you're not really that poor, man. You're all right. You're doing good for yourself.
I feel poor. I'm better than I was as a kid.
No matter how much money we make, man, we're always going to feel poor, you know, because when we have more money, that gives us more opportunity to actually do more things.
In excess.
And more debt, you know, so yay, more debt. But anyways, guys, this week we are reviewing the film The Voices. It's a 2014 comedy horror film directed by Marjane Sarapi. Don't judge me for pronouncing her name, but she's actually a French-Iranian graphic novelist, cartoonist, and illustrator, and children's book author. Side note: I found this really, like, that explained a lot, because
you can really get the vibes of this.
Yeah,
movie.
like this movie really felt like a graphic novel, cartoonish. It was silly, talking animals, man. It really makes sense. This was written by Michael Perry. He has some notable mentions. Like, he helped out with Paranormal Activity 2. He helped with the TV show The Outer Limits from 2004, the reboot. Yeah, neither did I.
I heard it was good, though.
Yeah, we should definitely check that out. And then, have you seen the movie, the TV show Sweet Tooth?
I started watching it and I stopped like after the second episode.
Yeah, no, it's a good. You should definitely check it out. You know, maybe like 4. I don't know how many episodes. It's not that many, but it's a really good one. I
know the premise of it.
Yeah. Like the mutant kids.
Yeah.
Part animal, part human hybrids. But anyways, this movie actually stars Ryan Reynolds, Gemma Arterton, and Anna Kendrick, and Jackie Weaver.
I love her, actually.
Who?
Jackie Weaver.
Jackie Weaver.
I think she's amazing.
Amazing. Well, what else has she played in?
A ton of shit, dude. She's been around the game for a long time.
Are you talking about Dr. Weaver?
Yeah, I love her.
Oh, that's funny. They used her a lot. I didn't realize. Okay. But surprisingly, this movie was actually a flop in the box office. It had a huge-ass budget of about $11 million.
Yeah.
It only made $2.2 million in the box office.
What's weird about that is, like, I have this little note written down. So on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 75, but fans only gave it 58.
Yeah.
Did I steal stuff from you?
No, not at all, brother.
Good. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of I don't put too much stock in Rotten Tomatoes personally.
They're very hard on their reviews.
Or they give movies that we know is shit and they give high ratings.
99% must watch before you die. But even though this movie flopped, man, I really think this was definitely a hidden gem. Like, you should check this out. If you like animals talking and then Ryan Reynolds, let alone, you should definitely check this movie out. But anyways, a quick little synopsis of this film. This movie depicts a journey of a mentally unstable factory worker. He worked in like a bathtub appliance like warehouse.
Yeah.
He's faced with a decision to listen to the advice of his talking cat and embrace a life of violence, or follow his dog's guidance and continue pursuing a normal, non-serial killer life.
Oh wait, that kind of makes sense now.
Really? You didn't really get that?
Well, no,
good and bad.
I get it, but it's like the devil and angel on your
shoulder.
shoulder.
Yeah, so that whole time he has a dog Bosco, and then his cat, Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers is a piece of shit. Bosco is a really like cute dog, super stupid. Like, oh, I'll take the bullet for you. I'll take the bullet for you, Jerry. Remember? Yeah. So I really like that aspect. While getting help from his court-appointed therapist, which is AKA medications, he pursues his office crush, which is that British Fiona.
Yeah.
Their so-called relations take a dark turn when he gets stood up on a date, leading Jerry to take more sinister approach to the situation. What's the next step for Jerry, you may say? Is he going to take the advice of his evil, pessimistic cat, or his kind, thoughtful dog during this very conflicting situation?
I feel like I'm Mr. Whiskers and you're Bosco probably in the situation.
Man, you don't know me too well, Kyle. I do definitely have my moments.
We all do.
Yeah. So, initial thoughts? What did you think going into this film, Kyle?
So I didn't know anything about it. I know. So the way we do things, like sometimes we have a plan of what we're going to review, and then sometimes we don't. Right? So we each try to do our own. Like I do one, and he does one. He messaged me and said, "Hey, about voices." I'm like, "Dude, it's your call. Like, it's basically we're pretty good with it. You know, if I want to do something, we'll do it, and if he wants to do something, we'll do it. Right? It's, whatever. Cool. Let's watch it." I knew nothing about it. Never even heard of the movie.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, I'll definitely check it out."
So then we watched it, and I went in not expecting anything. I didn't look that up either, so I didn't know who there's fuck talking animals.
You just seen the poster with Ryan Reynolds wearing a pink outfit with a knife and his dog.
It's a good poster, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a good poster. But anyways, call me crazy, but I originally watched this film because, one, it's about a serial killer, call me creepy, and two, with the leading role of Ryan Reynolds and Anna Kendrick in a horror-based movie, it's definitely something I wanted to check out, and I couldn't miss. I've always been a fan of Ryan Reynolds in films such as Waiting 2, Deadpool, and a bunch of other ones. He's a great actor, you'd say, right?
Yeah, like I don't get some hate for this. I even liked him in Green Lantern, to be honest with you.
No, actually, that was a very good...
People hated it.
Yeah, it was a good film. And not going to lie, man, secret between you and I had a huge, high school crush on Anna Kendrick.
I thought it was going somewhere. I thought you were going somewhere different. I was hang on, wait.
Oh, I had a crush on him in the Green Lantern.
It's not between me and you. It's between everybody now.
But anyways, Anna Kendrick, I had a huge crush on her in the movie Pitch Perfect. Great movie if you've seen the trilogy. Definitely more of a schoolboy crush when I was younger. So I definitely had to watch this movie. So right now, guys, we're going to go into ratings. We like to do a little earlier so you know our initial thought about it, or slashes, like we like to say. We usually do 1 out of 10 slashes, 1 being straight ass, horrible. Rather go play in the street than watch this POS. And 10 being amazing, groundbreaking, best movie ever. Let's be real, Kyle. I don't think we'll ever get one of those, do you?
Yeah, I really hope.
I hope, man.
Just I want to, so like everyone knows my top of the pinnacle is Scream, right? It's nostalgic.
Overrated.
We're gonna fucking fight. It's almost a perfect slasher movie. It's nostalgic for me. I can rewatch it over and over, but it's not a 10. Please. Just please.
Come on, universe. We're asking you to, fat guys want you to put out a 10.
If Blumhouse wants me to stop talking shit about them, all they have to do is put out a 10. I'll never talk bad about you again. Ever. Jason Blumhouse. Come on. Jason Blum. Never again will I talk bad about you. Just put out a 10.
Come on, guys. Give us a 10. That's what she said. But anyways.
Best I can do is 3.
Best I can do is 4.5 on a good summer day.
Well, you're giant, bro.
Right? But anyways, going to this movie, man, I really felt this was like Jeffrey Dahmer meets Dr. Dolittle. I felt this was your typical comedy horror films. Sometimes it being more cringeworthy than actually funny or scary. Strange enough, I found it quite good, in parts. I really like the fact that the lead character, Jerry, who is Ryan Reynolds, working at a warehouse packaging facility, which is similar to the job of fudge packing that Jeffrey Dahmer had in real life. I could definitely tell that was part of the inspiration of the film. The lead character, Jerry, had schizophrenia. Even though later you find out he is actually doing the voices of his 2 animals. Spoiler alerts! I couldn't get the idea of Dr. Dolittle out of my head whenever he would have conversations with his cat and dog. The animals talking also made me think of the 90s classic Babe. That would do, pig. That will do. You know that movie, right?
Yeah.
It has its ups and downs, but I enjoyed it, man.
What's your rating?
My rating? Did I really skip over rating?
You sure 100%? Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now.
Man, I really skipped over that. I really thought I was doing good. But anyways, my rating would definitely be 5 out of 10 slashes.
I mean, that's not too bad. Mine, like he said, is Dr. Dolittle meets a slasher, right? A little bit of Jeffrey Dahmer sprinkled on top. This is hard because, like, originally I put a 3. I don't want to be too critical of it because I like the topic. For me, now that I know the director was a comic book writer, it makes more sense. But it's very comic booky, right? And I like horror comedies, like Idle Hands, stuff like that. But for some reason, I wish they would have given me a little bit more horror.
Yeah.
I think they went full sell on the comedy and stuck half their toe in for horror. I'm not saying it's an awful movie. I just expected more horror. And man, some of the stuff we got was
It's
good.
kind of hard to think of horror when you see Ryan Reynolds because he's a naturally asshole, sarcastic individual.
Well, especially with Anna Kendrick. She's only comedy.
Yeah, only comedy. And though she was in this one movie with where she played someone. She was working with like the devil or something. It's a comedy, Rapture Palooza. Or something like that. Have you heard of that film?
Did you know that Whiskers, he based that character off of his Scottish friend?
Yeah, the cat did have a Scottish accent.
Yeah, he based it off his best friend. One of his best friends is a Scottish guy, and he used his accent for it. Little bastard.
Oh man, how rude is he?
I'd have punted that cat.
I'm like, how dare you portray me as a cat?
No, I'm talking about the cat himself. Like, he would have got kicked, bro. He's a dick.
One of my favorite parts of the film, though, is when the character Fiona stands Jerry up on their date at the Chinese restaurant. I always laughed whenever he said the name. He's like, Shishin.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. I'm going to stop right there. Every podcast we do warn you guys. We like to use spoilers, especially me. I don't care about your feelings. I just want you to know these scary movies and how I feel about them. And my spoilers do come out, so be warned. If you want to actually like pause this film, not this film, but pause this podcast, go watch this movie. Promise you come back, get your snacks, man. Just warning.
But it came out 10 years. I mean,
2014,
10 years ago. So go fuck yourself.
Right. But anyways, Jerry gets stood up on his date with Fiona to Shinshin. And she decides to actually go out with her coworkers for like a drunken karaoke
night. The girls' night.
But anyways, after it's over, her car breaks down. It's pouring rain. So she's forced to go walk home. So she's trying to get people, hey, help me. She's trying to flag people down. While trying to walk home, she actually crosses paths with Jerry while he's driving home from his horrible date that didn't happen.
With her. He's
crying. Once she sees him, she flags him down. He gives her a ride, and she accepts the offer with no option. She's stuck out in the rain. Shit, if there's someone who came up to me and gave me a ride, even if I didn't like you, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Well, she thought she can control him because he was so in love with her.
Yeah, she was so in love with him.
Manipulated him all the time.
Like most women. Let's be real, guys.
Oh.
We love them. We love their boobies and their vajayjay. But guys, you know how to control us.
Zinger!
But anyways, she reveals why she stood him up. She actually happened to leave him a voicemail. Like, that was good enough. He didn't even get it. What my actually favorite part of this whole part is when they're driving. He starts talking about fallen angels.
It's like, what can you name them?
Can you name the fallen angels?
No, all angels. The name of the Bible.
She named like Michael. She named some other people, and he's like, you forgot one. During this time, they're actually driving. He's not paying attention. They hit a deer. Full rack of horns on his head. Head on. The deer goes right in the windshield. Blood everywhere. They pulled over on the side of the street. Fiona's freaking out. And then right at this moment, Jerry hallucinates that the deer's like, take me out.
I'm in pain.
Kill me. So he happened to have a knife on him. No idea why. Maybe his intentions already was to kill Fiona from the beginning. Spoiler alert.
Well, I mean, I carry a knife everywhere I go. I think it's a lot of guys.
I mean, not me. I guess I'm not a typical guy, man. I use my fists like a real man.
I carry something else too. That's fine.
Hey, we'll talk about that at a later date. But anyways, he pulls a knife out. He cuts the deer's throat. Blood goes everywhere.
Splashes her in the face.
He looks right at Fiona after this. He's like, you want to know the name of the other fallen angel? He's like, Lucifer. Right there, that scene, guys, gave me chills because I'm like, this is a sadistic fuck. She sees this. She runs away into the woods. He's chasing her, right? Like, come back, come back, come back. I don't think he wanted to hurt her, you know?
No.
He trips and stabs her right in the fucking chest. And then he realized what she did. He's asked her, are you in pain? And then he repeatedly starts stabbing her in the chest, confessing his love for her, man.
That's a good scene, and I don't see him as sadistic. I see him, he thinks he's doing the right thing. Taking you out of your pain, right? Giving you out of your misery. My favorite scene is when Lisa, played by Kendrick,
Right.
shows up to Jerry's house. They went, later in to go on a date. No one could find Fiona. He has her in the fridge, her head, and he's talking to the head. Anyways, she shows up unannounced. He tries to cover up the head, and this is when we first get to see that he's actually doing all the talking. So the person at the door, he's like, when Bosco's talking, it's okay, Jerry. He's actually saying that, and everyone could hear it around him, right?
Yeah, she's like, is there someone here with you?
Yeah,
he's having a full ass conversation with somebody else.
Yeah, and it's just his dog and cat, right? It's him doing it. Well, so the whole movie, like, you get glimpses of it, but his house always, from his point of view, looks clean, nice and tidy, nice house, and you get little glimpses of it, but we get the full picture when she walks in. The house is disgusting. The wallpaper's come down. There's mold. There's cat shit everywhere. There's food piled up. Boxes of pizza to the roof.
There's the Tupperware that he'd actually cut Fiona up with.
Yes, and then she sees Fiona's head and she fucking loses it, right?
Right.
And he chases her down. And he throws her down once again, kind of an accident.
Breaks her neck.
And then he puts her out of her misery, cuts her fucking head off, puts her in the fridge.
But what I really think, the reason why I think this really relates to Jeffrey Dahmer, before he killed his victims or just say drugged them, he wanted to be held. He wanted to be loved. So right after he breaks Anna Kendrick's neck, he cuddles with her. At the end of the day, man, I just feel like this guy just wanted to be loved. Yeah, that's really all there is to it.
He has a tragic story in his life. Anyways, I'll let you get into with his mom and stuff, but that scene, it wasn't the scariest scene. It wasn't the goriest scene. I just liked the scene because
you just want to see Andrew Kendrick die, man. Just be real.
No, it's just you get to see how he lives, and I think it's a good picture of mental health, right? So you when you're going through a manic state or depression, you see. You
create your own reality, man.
But from the outside, the inside, you're like, oh, I'm fine. Everything, I'm showing, I'm masking really well. But some your loved ones and your family, they see what's really going on. You're a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, man.
So it kind of shows that.
Yeah, life's just really messed up and it really scars you sometimes. But there's another awesome scene I really like after he cuts Fiona up, keeps her in Tupperware.
Lots of Tupperware.
He keeps her head in the fridge, just similar to Jeffrey Dahmer. The head is pretty much telling him, hey, take your medication. And he takes his medication. The reason he stopped, because it caused him to have massive nightmares of his childhood. This is going to be a very sensitive subject about abuse. But he has memories about his father abusing him because he had schizophrenia. He would have imaginary friends, and his father would abuse him for it, that definitely is very traumatizing.
He got it from his mother.
He got it from his mother. Yeah. Later you actually find out that like his dad called the hospital on his mother, and she needed to be locked up because she heard voices. This was maybe in the 70s, the 80s. So
she said
times were slightly. Was she what?
She said the animals talked to her.
Oh yeah, so she's similar to her. The animals talk to her, but so you see a scene where she's like Jerry. The cops won't take me. The cops won't take me. And you see the lights of the cop cars out there. And so she grabs a piece of glass, starts cutting her neck, and she asks Jerry, "You need to finish this for me."
I'm suffering.
Yeah, she was suffering. So he cuts her neck. Cops come into the house and sees him with a piece of glass. His mom is dead, so he gets institutionalized. So you actually find out that's why he's meeting with his psychiatrist, Dr. Warren, and she's prescribing medication. And he's trying to convince her that, no, I don't hear voices anymore. I'm on my medicine. I'm normal now. I have a job. I work in a warehouse. So it's just really crazy how trauma and mental illness follows through a family.
Yeah, he's acting really well, but he's actually like, besides all the killing, he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He loves his job.
Loves it.
He loves his job. He's able to work. He's able to come to meetings, not get paid because he's trying to get at Fiona. But he's doing his job. He's laughing. He's smiling. He just looks like an over-the-top happy guy.
Him and Andrew Kendrick hits it off. He smashes it out.
He smashes it out. But that brings me to a scene when he actually decides to throw his pills away later, and which causes his hallucinations to come back, Remember Fiona, she's talking to him, and she asks him to kill again. She needs a best friend. So he calls up Lisa. Obviously, she has a crush on him in the beginning of the film. She's trying to get him to go take her home. He's like, "No, I want to take Fiona home." She's like, "Oh, I guess I'll taxi him." But anyways, he decides to take her to an abandoned house with the intentions of killing her. But he's so overwhelmed from the memories there of his mother's death. But yeah, like her being schizophrenic, no one finding out the story about them. Lisa really likes this guy, so she ends up kissing him and has him come back to her house, and they end up smashing naughties.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Bam, chicka, wow, wow. But anyways, long story short, back to the Kyle said, yeah, he ends up cutting her head off, puts her in the fridge.
I like what Mr. Whiskers is like. Oh, no, was it Bosco? He was like, what'd he say? He goes, "Hey, you remember
oh, yeah, you remember a couple of weeks ago when I said there's a thin white line between good and evil, and I said you're a good boy?
Yeah.
But guess what? You're pretty evil. And Ryan Reynolds was like, "What? I'm evil?"
Yeah, he pretty much crossed that line. He goes so crazy after he kills Kendrick. Two other coworkers are like suspicious now. They're like, "Okay, this guy's."
They're like, "Our workers are missing. We got weird vibes from Jerry."
They Googled him, and they got the story from when he was a kid.
Oh, when he killed his mother.
So they go off and look at his house. Well, he's at the doctor's office, and he's like, "Listen, so I did some shit. I'm losing it." Well, she's like, "Okay, wait, it's okay, Jerry. You take your medicine. I hear voices too." La la la. He fucking duct tapes her up and kidnaps his fucking psychiatrist. And they walk into his house. They start throwing up. Now they know it's him, right? And then he takes her to a field and just like I don't think he wants to kill her.
He just wants to tell her story, the truth, because he's been lying to her for all the time. And he starts expressing the fact that, hey, I kill people. I hear these voices. And she's like, I hear voices too. Of course, I hear voices saying I suck. I'm not cool. I should do these things. But you know how I do it? I don't listen to them.
There's an option?
There's an option? Like Jerry, he had no idea this was an option not to listen to the voices. So that was kind of funny. That brought the comedy into the aspect, but that was super funny.
I do like, so the cops bust him in his house, right? They bust in. They see all the fucking body parts in Tupperware.
Right. And they
save her.
Yeah, because they break a gas main when they come in.
Yeah, so he sneaks off the wall and breaks that gas main. And then they're throwing fucking smoke grenades in there. And she's like, "Hey, I smell gas." They have gas masks on, they can't smell it. But he's walking in a bowling alley. He lives in a bowling alley, an abandoned bowling alley, which would be a badass house if it was all good.
If it was working, yeah.
And when I don't remember if it was fire started, and then the Whisker's like, "Come on, you can still escape. You can still." And he's like, "No. Let the fire." He decides to
breathe in and pretty much die.
He said, "Let the fire take you." It's his. Jerry's gonna go to sleep now. He's going home. Well, I do like that part.
Yeah, that was really great. But I like the fact, I love animals, so I really like the fact that the animals were rescued and taken to an animal shelter at the end.
Were they?
Yeah, they were taking him to an animal
I don't
shelter at
remember
the
that.
end. Yeah, those were really fast.
For me, this movie was kind of hard to get through, to be honest with you. I watched it once. I had to watch, I watched a bit, half of it, and then the other half because I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. I rewatched it today. It's not as bad as I made it seem at the beginning. Like, I gave it a 3. It's probably more like a 4 for me. It's decent. It's a decent movie. There were some chunks in the middle. I was just like, okay, without this.
It definitely is one of those ones you gotta be feeling to really watch. Like, it definitely lost my attention in some parts. Like, for example, 2 of my least favorite scenes would be the dumb musical ending.
God.
You know, when he dies and he's talking to his mom and like his dad, and it goes into like a dumb musical number. I've never really been a fan of musicals, Kyle.
That's why I haven't watched Willy Wonka yet.
Dude, oh my God, don't get me started. But anyways, I definitely lost my attention during that musical. Anytime I watch this movie, I definitely skip over the end. I cannot watch it.
That's kind of like the comic book aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very bright and very like different, but like, let's be real. Why is he going to a nice bright place?
But you have to think about it. Like, that was normal to him. Being normal, he had the voices of his cat and dog talk to him, guide him through life. So this was normal. This was a normal life. And think about it like this: he goes off happy because he's lived a life of torment, man.
Yeah.
So like, this is new. He doesn't have to be hurt anymore. He doesn't have to be in pain. He doesn't have to hurt people any longer. So I definitely like that part.
Yeah.
Another scene I didn't really like was the company picnic. I talked about it earlier. He had to help at the company picnic. It was mandatory, but it was going to be an unpaid event. That would be definitely a no for me, man.
I'm not doing any. My company had a picnic, and they're like, "Oh, come on, I'm not coming."
Yeah, dude. Like, let alone if this is mandatory, I better get paid. Like, how dare you assume I'd do that?
I'm sick.
And not pay me.
I was sick that day.
Yeah, man. I have diarrhea. I can't make it, guys.
I did go to one company picnic. I worked for Precision Cast Parts for like a whole 3 months, and they had a big ass party at Mount Hood, like the Alpine slides. It was pretty cool. Everything was paid for. I did go to that one. I didn't talk to that one person. Listen, on my days off, I don't want to talk to you. I don't care. Let the building burn to the ground. I don't care.
But this scene, since the meeting, you know, he only reason he did it was because he had a huge crush on Fiona, and she talks about, let's do a Congo line, you know, and then so they all agreed to it. It happens, and they have this stupid freaking. They're all laughing. They're doing the Congo line between their freaking building. Like, no, dude, I'm calling in sick. I have diarrhea. I can't freaking make it. But yeah, those 2 musical parts, dude, I couldn't really do it.
That's enough to throw you into a manic depression.
But I definitely get why, like, the director, you know, super like adult novels, you know, graphic novels. She's a cartoon artist. She wrote children's books, so you can definitely see where in these parts that you could see her past.
Well, you can tell by like the uniforms that you have in the warehouse; they're bright pink. You can tell by when they go to that restaurant for the date. It's the Asian Elvis.
Shin, yeah, that was dope.
And with the guy coming in doing the fucking flips, there's a lot of comic book aspects, right? It looks like a comic book. So for some people, that's probably going to really work for them. For me, this doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I feel it, man. I liked it a little bit more than you, but it definitely, like, rewatched them. I don't want to see this part.
Yeah, you can skip through. Once you watch it once, you can literally skip through parts and not really miss much, and probably enjoy it more.
Right. But anyways, usually we like to do a game at the end of our things. I know, like, in our episode Smile, we got kind of serious. This may or may not get as serious as that. But again, Jerry in this film, he suffered from schizophrenia. He definitely had some mental illness issues. He was severely abused by his father. But this movie dealt with a lot of mental illness, a lot of sensitive subjects such as mental illness, being medicated, and childhood abuse. So it definitely made me feel some type of way. Growing up, I was always on Adderall or other antipsychotics, you know, to calm my PTSD. And I know what life is like when you're on those medicines and all of a sudden you stop taking them and your whole reality is different.
Yeah. I'm 100% mentally fit. Like, I have no problems.
Yeah, no, Kyle's never cried in his life, guys. That's why he has no heart.
Actually, you know, I'm admit it. I see a psychiatrist, and I got some issues, right? We all do. I had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, I've shared it before. I'm on medication. I take medication every day. It's nothing crazy. It's just it balances out my chemicals in my brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've only been on it for like I think 2 months, but it seems like it really helps, right? It stops me from blowing up, going crazy, right? Like I probably used it in high school. It probably would have been good for me. You can
Right.
contest that.
Probably.
But my doctor sent in the wrong prescription this last time. So I take my last dose. I'm like, cool, I'll just go pick it up. Because he told me send it in. They're like, yeah, we don't have that. I go, what do you mean you don't have that? I can't. Like, this medication is dangerous to stop just taking. It's like, it really fucked me up. Like, yeah, I need it. Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. So it's the weekend, so I'm trying to call, no answer, emails. And so I went like a day and a half without it. And he was really, once he got the email, he was really quick about it, right? He's a good doctor. But like that day, man, I was so sad. Like I called my wife, like, I'm just fucking sad. I was crying about like stupid shit, dude. What really got me is my little sister, my baby sister. One of my baby sisters. She's in the Coast Guard. She's in Florida, and she sends me a song. Hey, this reminds me of our dad and what it would be like if he wasn't, the way he was. And like this is like at the height of my depression for that day, right? So I listen to it, and I'm fucking crying. I'm driving this truck trying to pick up a trailer. Tears just, I'm like, God, this sucks, dude. I got the medication. I took both of them. I take 2 a day. I took immediately. Fuck this. Get back in my system, please, right? I don't hear voices or anything, but it's just like, once you stop it, and it's dangerous to stop them because you get more like suicidal thoughts and stuff when you do stop them so abruptly. I was on one when I was younger. It didn't work. It made me rage out more. But we're right now we're in the process of just trying other things, different medications. I don't like medications, but I have to have it.
Yeah, no, I took Adderall my whole life as a child, my whole adolescence, and that seemed to keep me focused. And as soon as I graduated high school and I go into college, I got off my father's insurance, rude ass. I stopped the Adderall cold turkey, and that definitely perplexed my whole reality. And not only that, there's been times when I would take antipsychotics and I would just stop them abruptly, and those would be some of the worst symptoms I've had in my life, because at a point, I'm technically anti-pharma, so I don't really take anything. Everything's natural unless it's cannabis, even though cannabis is natural. The reason I don't take meds, Kyle, is because I've had bad episodes from coming off of them. I don't want to experience that again, and that is not fun.
But I don't think they're for everybody. I think
they're not for everybody. They help in the moment, but they're just like Band-Aids, guys.
Because something that works for me might not work for you, right? Because I'm going also seeing a psychiatrist. I'm getting ready to see it like an actual therapist too, to work through shit. And like he did give me, I take another medication, so I have probably the worst night terrors of anyone.
I hear you.
Like my wife was terrified, and I've terrified my whole family with my sleep. I have these vicious night terrors, dude, where I wake up and I'm like my cousin saw me in the hallway one night praying and crying. I've been in the closets.
You're in the closet, Kyle?
Yeah, still.
Oh my gosh.
So we're at my grandparents' house. They have a basement that's done, and it was right before my grandma's funeral. So we're all the cousins. I have a lot of cousins, but like. All the immediate cousins are sleeping downstairs. So I'm down there with them. I'm the oldest, right? We're chilling. I wake up. They're all in a corner, dog piled on each other, sleeping, right? I woke up. I go, what the fuck are you guys doing? What? This is weird. What do you? The older out of those groups, I mean, fuck you. I go, what? He said, no, there's something fucking wrong with you, Kyle. You woke up freaking out and you wouldn't let anyone leave the fucking basement. You blocked the exit and you pushed us until we're not allowed to fucking leave, and you were going to fight us. I go, I didn't do that. They go, no, you did. They were terrified. They won't sleep in the same room with me. So I got another medication that I take at night, and it stops my night terrors. It's great. I mean, I love dreaming, so it sucks I don't dream. Yeah. But it's not worth waking up and hurting myself or someone else.
A lot of my dreams, honestly, are the fact that they're usually about things I've done in my life I'm not really happy about, and like the dreams are like a rude reminder of what I've done. So they're like, regardless of the dream, they're different ideas or perpetuations of what I did in my life. And like, honestly, yeah, like you said, I like the dream too, man. So like, I'm going to be real. I'm going to cut this short. Your mind messes with you, regardless of his medicine or all. Just like Jerry, he took his medicine and see reality for what it is. But to him, being normal was being unmedicated and talking to his imaginary friends. So reality is what you make it, guys, and don't let anyone fuck up your vibe or fuck up your reality. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, and as long as you're happy, guys, that's all that matters.
Everyone has issues. You're not. No one has planet.
You're not by yourself. Like we did in the episode Smile. If you ever need somebody, you can reach out to us. No issue. We'd like to hear from you. Like we said, we're two messed up individuals ourselves with like a crazy history. We've been there, man. Just don't hesitate. We understand.
We got you.
We got you.
And I promise I'll keep taking my medication.
Please, Kyle, I'm scared if you don't.
You'll know. On one of these episodes, you will fucking know. I promise you.
So, like always, you guys can find us on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, and Spotify. We're going to work on our YouTube. It hasn't been working that well. You only have one video up right now, but we'll get more. I promise you. Since I actually got a laptop, I'm going to figure it out for us, Kyle. I'm going to be Captain Save-A-Ho here. Yeah, I know. He's stressed out. We're not even going to talk about it with them.
Me and you two have a fucked up relationship right now.
Hey, man, it's okay. That's any relationship I have. It's pretty messed up.
They might get the Fiona treatment.
The Fiona, oh, you're gonna decapitate them?
Not the people, just the whole platform.
The whole platform you're gonna decapitate.
I don't know what I'll do, but I would like to fuck someone up.
I want you to explain what you meant by
They're
that.
Just trying to get me in trouble.
But anyways,
you can also email us.
Email us at horrorheavyweights
at
gmail.com. We're trying to put content on TikTok and Instagram, but both Kyle and I are blue-collar men. We work our 9 to 5s. We're super busy, and after work, we're really tired. And anytime we try to release content, we do it when we can. So
we're pretty good about it, though.
We're doing good. We've been doing this about 2 months now. I'm really happy with our how far we came, and I appreciate all the viewers out there, everyone who's been sticking through every single one of these episodes. This gives me a reason to look forward to every time I do one of these episodes, guys. So I really appreciate you, and it means a lot to me. You're getting me out of work, doing a hobby, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, freaks. We'll see you later.
Stay spooky, motherfuckers.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex.